Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. It's July 18th, 10:55 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hope you guys are having an absolutely outstanding day. Holy moly, it's an amazing time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is a digital asset space. David Schwartz. Little P. Jones, that's an interesting question. But in any case, David Schwartz is like, yeah, I decided to not take the XRP, but to take Ripple stock back in the day when he was offered the choice. Rumors were around 500 million, but he said he was essentially offered pay. I think he was saying salary, XRP, or maybe the salary and XRP, something like that. But he said he needed money and he decided to take the salary and then just buy XRP off the exchanges. Very, very interesting stuff, to say the least. Celsius Network came out in court today for their first hearing, I guess. And I guess this was really submitting a paperwork. And I think it's called first day presentation. And I think the literal presentation, I guess, will be 2:30 Eastern time. 2:30 Eastern time. I will be, I may be able to get on that via Zoom, but I have an appointment. Let's see, 1:30, 2:33. Oh no, yeah, I don't have time. Because what time is it now? It's 11 here, 12, 1, 2, 3 hours. It's 2 o'clock Eastern 9. So I will have time to get on that before my appointment here. Well, cool. So in any case, yeah, we're going to go over that. It's interesting. And it is playing out as I told a very, very good friend of the channel that it was going to boil down to Alex making this, Mashinsky making a choice. And from reading and going over this document, it is clear the choice that he's made. And the choice was going to be him, his family, right? And the company versus the depositors. That was going to be the ultimate choice. And what I mean by that, oh yeah, I'll absolutely step down. I'll absolutely take the hit on my reputation. I'll absolutely turn over my company. I'll absolutely do all things so that the depositors can be made as whole as possible. Or I will not do any of those things. I will not risk my family and their well-being. I will not risk my reputation, and I will not turn over the reins for my company. Those are the choices. And I knew it was going to come down to that. Ultimately, it was going to come down to that. And so he's made his choice. And this is what I mean by you have to cover your 6. Your 6 o'clock. You have to say, well, what if Alex Mashinsky doesn't put depositors first? That's what I call covering your 6. Thinking about what if he doesn't do that, and having a plan in place for if he doesn't do that. That's covering your 6. It's funny, I had a friend of the channel commented, and I won't say his name, but he mentioned, he used the word charlatan in reference to Alex Mashinsky and Simon Dixon. Charlatan. And so for me, there's a thing in life where you decide how you're going to live your life. Whether you're going to live your life in one of two ways: either guarded with the wall up, protecting yourself from harm, and also protecting yourself from the good. Or you can live your life without this wall up and be susceptible to harm, but also open to the good. And that's that is the way the vast majority of people live their lives, on one of their two sides. On one of those two sides. And I choose to wake up without a guard up, without my wall up, without expecting some harm to come to me, without living my life thinking that someone's waking up in the morning to do me harm. So when you call both Alex Mashinsky and Simon Dixon charlatans, I know which side you wake up on, right? I know what side you're on and which camp you're in. And I choose not to be in that camp. God bless you, and I wish you well in that camp, but I'm not going to live in that camp. So no, I don't think Alex Mashinsky or Simon Dixon are charlatans. I think that they both intended to do good and intend to do good, and mistakes were made. And in life, there are going to be more mistakes made. And so people can live on the guarded side, keep your stuff on the ledger and live that life. I choose not to live that life. So I disagree with you wholeheartedly, my friend. I don't think either are charlatans. I think they're humans. And I know it was easy for me to see when it came down to a push come to shove, a dude is going to protect his family. And their well-being. And that ultimately, this is what it's about, because ultimately, if someone ends up going to jail, that's not good for the family. Is it a hole? Yeah, it's a big time digging the hole there when you try to do that. It's like, being in that quicksand. It's unfortunate that that's the position. It appears to be that's the position that Alex Mashinsky is in. And it appears that way for sure. But let's get into the market, man, because ladies and gentlemen, this is your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes, because this market is just something. No one can figure it out. I listened to a very, very good interview on Bankless, by the way, and I'm rambling, with the guys from Bankless. I really appreciate what they do. And they had a guy on there. His name is Nick Carter. A lot of people in the digital asset space would say that he's a Bitcoin maxi, but he has said from day one, he's never been a Bitcoin maxi, just a big proponent of Bitcoin and the monetary policy, if you will, that comes along with it. But yeah, he decided to walk away from the tribalism and the nastiness and all the stuff. That interview, I'm going to share that interview was genuine. It was gold. But he basically called out the maxis. He basically debunked all these, stock to flow models and all this other different kind of stuff that people who are in those camp. But boy, did he lay out some very, very telling things about how damaging that tribalism is. I mean, it's nasty. It's just downright cultish. All right, so the total cryptocurrency market cap currently is 1.05 trillion. Isn't that something? Bitcoin is dominance is at 39.9%. That's a better number. Bitcoin is at $21,926 again. Ethereum is at $1,470. I wonder if I should take some profit on that. On the 7 day, it's up 25.8%. That's a good win. I may have to do that. XRP is at 35.8 cents again. Some double figure greens on the 7 day. Look at wow. Look at Polygon. Look at Matic. 92 cents. My guy called it too. He said 45 cents. And I don't know if he said a total exit, but an exit at $1. But he did give a signal to take profit at 57 cents, I think it was. And I did. But I completely exited out. That was my mistake. I should have left some in. And see this thing right up on the 7 day. It's up 61.9% on the 7 day. Wow, that was a nice one. So what else we got going on here? Yeah, I mean, some seven figures, some 7 day greens and double figures. That's good. Oh, look, 11% on FTX. Yeah, I made that trade. That's good to see. See what we'll do with that. All right, so there it is there. There in Classic is up 45% on the 7 day. What the world? Yeah. So anyway, so let's get into it. That's the market, guys, doing what the market does. What can we say? What can we say about it? Not much. I'm not going to go over any more cryptos. This kind of is. It is what it is. That's the market. And the big news is Celsius Network did their, I guess this is a visual presentation. I don't know. First day presentation. I guess this is paperwork submitted in reference to Celsius Network LLC, case number, United States Bankruptcy Court for Southern District of New York, Honorable Judge Martin Glenn. And keep that name in mind because there's an individual Celsius account holder who actually wrote a letter to the judge. Interesting to say the least. And one of the attorneys that have been given their time, energy, and resources mentioned this letter in the Telegram group for what is it for information for what is it? I'm thinking options for better recovery plans, positive group for input on the best recovery plan possible. I'm liking the group so far. So here it is. It says after Snapshot. So total assets reduced by $17 billion in a matter from March 30th to July 14th. April, May, June. So it was 30 days. It's not 120 days. I mean, so it was 90 days, but not 120 days. April, May, June, 90. So it's about 104 days, something like that. Total assets reduced by 17.8 billion since March 30th of 2022. Wow. User withdrawals 1.98 billion. That happened in 3 weeks. Week 1, week 2, week 3, those withdrawals came out big time. Decline in market value of holdings, 12.3 billion. Crypto liquidated by third parties. I guess Tether liquidated them at 900 million. Crypto loss from investments. It says here 0.1 billion. I don't know. Loans 1.9 billion due to loan redemption and liquidation. And it has on here bank cash in March was 110. It says now it's 170 million. I don't know what other means. Has other in assets, other 520 in March, 450 in July. Mining assets, 630 million in March, 720 in July, apparently. Sell assets, 2,210 in March, 600 in July. A lot of challenges. There's a lot of scuttlebutt going on about a time frame where it was promoted to buy the sell token. And at the same time, rumor has it that it was being sold. So loans 4,080 in March and July is 620. Change 3,460. Crypto assets 14,560 in March. And in July, 1,750. So total assets in March of 2022 was 22,110. And in July, 4,310. Yeah. That's a big decline. So essentially from 22 billion in assets to 4.3 billion in assets. 17 billion decline. Key legal questions. Legal issues critical to the outcome of this case include: are the crypto assets and Celsius possessions property of the estate? Is the answer to this question different for crypto assets held under the custody versus the EARN program? And I can just tell you that all the lawyers, the class action lawsuit lawyers, the big time lawyers like David Silver, Jason Siebert, they are all pushing to totally debunk and get rid of this custody versus EARN program, and to get rid of the terms of use, because they believe this was in response of knowing a whole and trying to change things around to cover the hole or give them more time to fix the hole. What crypto asset transferred to Celsius to collateralize institutional and retail loans? What does it mean to unimpair a crypto claim or to pay a crypto claim in full? Now, again, this is Celsius presentation. Are customers entitled to return of crypto in kind? And these are the lawyers who put this together. The amount of a crypto claim is determined as of what date? As of the petition date, effective date, distribution date. Which Celsius entities do customers have claim against? Do retail and institutional borrowers have a set-off right where they borrow cash, stables, or other crypto from Celsius and transfer crypto to Celsius? Can Celsius recover customer withdrawals or loan liquidations completed in the 90 days before filing as preferences? Can Celsius recover customer withdrawals or liquidations completed in the 90 days before filing as preferences? Interesting. So it's going to be interesting, this whole 90 days thing. So again, this is written up by the Celsius team's lawyers, right? You got to get that. And these lawyers are being paid to look out for Celsius Network. You got to get that. Not us, not the depositors, not the account holders. Very important to understand. I think this is interesting here. This current status of operations. Now it says status after pause. It says date, June 12, 2022. Earn program. Retail, it says here, retail. No withdrawals, swaps, or transfer between accounts. New and existing customers can transfer crypto assets to their accounts. New and existing customers can transfer crypto assets to their accounts. What do you mean? You can't transfer your accounts right now. It says status after the pause date. Existing customers can transfer crypto assets to their, so they mean they can deposit to their accounts. Customers continue to accrue rewards and earn accounts. Now, after the petition, July 20, 2022, the no withdrawal, swaps, or transfer between accounts has not changed. Customers cannot activate new accounts, not possible to halt new transfers from existing customers. Customers cannot activate new accounts. Customers cannot possible to halt new transfers from existing customers. I don't know what that means. Customers do not accrue rewards and earn accounts. So this is their thing here. So what they're looking to do now is say that you can't earn rewards in these accounts and the earn accounts. So that is saying that's unchanged, but that's not true. Customers do not accrue rewards and earn accounts. So I guess that's what they're saying after the 13th of July. That's what they're saying they're going to do. No longer earning rewards on these accounts. So yeah, it's going to be certainly some lawyering going around here for sure. Custody program. Prior to all the madness, no withdrawals, new existing customers can transfer crypto assets to their account. Now it says for the custody program, unchanged. Customers cannot activate new accounts, not possible to halt, whatever. All right, so loan program, borrow program. On June the 12th, customers could take out new loans, existing loans administered in the ordinary course. Now, after July status and petition date, July 13, 2022, no new loans. Celsius no longer liquidating retail loans or demanding margin calls, but accepting loan repayments and continuing to hold coins posted as collateral. Big deal there. And yeah, this is not going to fly. Because what they're saying, if you pay off a loan, they're going to still hold your collateral, and that's just not going to work. So this whole earned custody thing it's becoming very obvious to me. This is a way to keep customers on platform and give them time to try to do something, because no one is going to pay off a loan if they can't get access to their collateral. I mean, yeah, is it great that you don't have to worry about the margin calls? Sure. But if you can't get access to your collateral, and they're going to automatically put it in an earn thing, but the earn account doesn't earn any rewards. It says right there, earn customers do not accrue rewards in earn accounts. So you're going to put it in an earn account. You're not going to earn rewards, and then Celsius has access to it, and it's not yours. Just not going to fly. Again, this is not for the depositors. Bottom line, Celsius has paused liquidation of institutional loans and no longer demanding margin calls, but accepting loan repayments and continue to hold coins posted as collateral. Now, a lot is going to come to do with in this is going to be the whole loan agreement. This whole loan agreement thing is going to be big time massive, and I'm not sure if there's a court in all of the world, especially the US, that is going to say, you took out a loan, you put up collateral for the loan, you paid your loan on time, you paid your loan off, whatever, you made your payments on time, you paid your loan off, but yeah, your collateral is gone. You don't have access to your collateral. I'm not sure if that's going to fly. I just don't, I'm not sure how that's going to fly in any kind of appearance, crypto appearance, public opinion appearance. I'm not sure how that is. It doesn't even matter if the company is in bankruptcy. They filed for a Chapter 11 reorganization, right? So you can't, and here's the thing, someone pays off their loan, now you're saying, according to the terms and condition that was just put into place in April, saying, yeah, you can pay that loan off, but we're still keeping your collateral. That's going to get thrown out. And David Silver, he's very well known for getting, stupid things and these kind of crypto things taken out. And so he's going to push for it. He's already said it on AMA that they are going to, push to get the terms and use absolutely removed from this whole thing for sure. And they're going to have to, do their lawyering thing and to do so, but they're going to get that taken out of there. And then again, another very, very important thing is Celsius took collateral for loans that do not, and that collateral is not in any earn rewards, interest thing, and it hadn't been for a long while. So how are they going to deal with that? How can you put something in an earn thing? You're just going to default to put it in there and you don't get rewards. Well, now they're saying, well, as of July 13th, none of these things are going to get rewards. So that is going to be a lawyer thing for sure. And it is definitely going to come down to issues like this being addressed to the creditor committee, right? And to me, it feels like individual lawyers, if there's people, who have collateral that never earned rewards, or at least stop earning rewards prior to all of this madness, and it had been months or a year, maybe, I don't even know, and they had that collateral up there to get the loan, if they meet that loan agreement, they should be afforded their collateral. Yeah, right. So, but then again, this is going to be kind of like this creditor committee, secured creditors, unsecured creditors, making these points and taking these things into consideration. And obviously, the vast majority of people having a vote on stuff like this is going to be people who have loans, right? And no one is going to say, "Oh yeah, they're screwed." That's not going to work. So it'll be interesting to see. So I just think this is very, very interesting that they did that. Here's their proactive steps. Celsius has taken proactive steps to safeguard and preserve its assets. Key steps were taken before filing to pull crypto assets back into Celsius custody. Key steps were taken before filing to pull crypto assets back into Celsius custody. Celsius unwound most positions where it had borrowed from and posted collateral to third parties. Nearly all of Celsius assets are stored on Fireblocks. Celsius is no longer relying on an intermediary to hold the keys to its crypto. In addition, Celsius halted new loans, coin swaps, and coin transfer among customers, froze loan accounts, and ceased liquidating any loans. Froze the loan account and ceased liquidating any loans, and suspended new deployment and investment activities, including staking its assets on other protocols. Celsius ceased to conserve its assets and avoid, to the greatest extent possible, without further instruction from this court, actions that may impact the outcome of the key legal issues posed. So again, Celsius lawyers and attorneys put this together. And I think this is really important. Key business segments, and they say this custody program. Custodial service for customers include U.S. non-accredited investors. Includes U.S. non-accredited investors. Simon has been saying over and over again, just because you claim you have a custody thing doesn't mean you have a custody thing. Says this began in April of 2022. Title remains with customer, and Celsius cannot use coins without instructions from the customer. And the big problem with this is they never told, when they went to this adjustment to earn in custody, they told U.S. accredited investors that you can still earn, if you want to still earn rewards, you could just leave it where it is and you'll continue to earn the rewards. But then on the other hand, that they're saying that the earn is only for accredited investors. How can it be both? How can it be both? It can't be both. You can't tell non-accredited U.S. investors that they can keep their thing and earn when it's not actually true. They can't. It's supposed to be for accredited investors. That's my understanding of it. So the EARN program, it says since April 15th of 2022, the EARN product has been limited to U.S. That's not true. Since April 5th, the EARN product has been limited to U.S. accredited investors and foreign customers. That's not true. It was limited to new U.S. accredited investors. So, I mean, these are arguments that the lawyers would take up, obviously, and you got to kind of bring it to if you have an attorney, bring it to their attention. Institutional lending and borrowing, bespoke lending and borrowing with institutional clients such as hedge funds and market makers. Depending on the creditworthiness of the counterparty, loans to institutional investors may be secured, partially secured, or even unsecured. Nope. Mining. So no one's going to go for this plan for sure. Celsius Stewart's debtor subsidiary Celsius Mining operates one of the largest Bitcoin mining enterprises in the U.S. Celsius operates 43,000 rigs. So Celsius would stake assets on other protocols such as Ether 2.0 in order to generate yield. Celsius deployed assets on decentralized finance protocols in order to generate yield. Note, Celsius still has certain open position in certain of these business activities, but it's not doing any new deployment. So again, this is their thing. It's their presentation here. So, obviously, the lawyers, you got a couple of class action lawsuit lawyers who are going to do their thing and certainly slow some stuff down. It looked like there was a 120-day window somewhere that they wanted, Celsius Network wanted in order to do some things. But you can look over that, and it is clear to me, again, that Alex Mashinsky has made his choice. And I knew it was going to come down to that choice. And, we have to make our own choices as well. So, yeah. Yeah, and that was the thing that they did do there. This is what they said. So under the next steps, here. Do I have that? Where is it? What the hell? Next steps is in here somewhere. Let's see. Key terminology, appendix. Next steps. Listen to this. Preserve value while negotiating a comprehensive restructuring transaction. A restructuring, I remember when I read it in that memo before on Medium, restructuring transaction with stakeholders. Use Bitcoin minted by mining operations to help fund mining operations and grow Bitcoin holdings. So these are the things that the Simon Dixon from Banks of Future said exactly was going to be proposed. Consider asset sales and third-party investment opportunities. File and confirm a Chapter 11 plan that will provide customers with the option at the customer's election to recover either cash at a discount or remain long crypto. Maximize return for stakeholders and reorganize the Celsius business. This whole cash at a discount thing, as a crypto person, yeah, I'm going to let Simon say it, because for me, it's just basically, it's a way to keep it quiet. You're going to have to sign some stuff. Right, like, no right to sue and all that kind of stuff. Nah. This week, we may see Alex Mashichka initial recovery plan, not legal or financial advice. More numbers are needed. It's likely you will be able to accept the haircut. There it is right there. It's likely you will be able to accept the haircut and run offer. That's what it is. Accept the haircut and run offer with settlement terms, right? Peruse class actions to try better, wait for better plans as they come in. And I think these settlement terms are going to be, if you do accept the haircut and quote unquote run, it is going to be, you're not going to be able to do any kind of lawsuit. What is that haircut going to look like? What does that mean for people who have stuff in loans? So it's just not enough. Yeah, so I agree right here. Mr. Hedgie says, Simon, Celsius plan is going to wreck more people with clawback of withdrawals, and they aren't interested in making us whole, let alone upside in the haircut. We need your proposal. So that is just not a great next step. Just not great. Simon says here, opinion, Mashinsky and the legal team at Celsius are incentivized for Alex to remain in control and negotiate his best personal position, and lawyers get paid more from our potential funds the longer this goes on for. That's why I believe it's depositors first over Alex first. Yeah, so in any case, that's what it is. We'll have to wait to see what this creditor committee and how it's going to be made up. Simon Dixon said he is not going to be on that committee. Most people, I can tell you that most people have decided that they no longer want Alex and that board to be there moving forward with any kind of new entity. Most people have decided that already. So I don't think he's going to fight to, again, he's made his decision. So he's going to fight what he thinks for what he thinks is best. Not legal advice, says Simon. The initial haircut and run offer is designed to get rid of you as fast as possible. This may be right for you, only you know. I doubt you get a take some and then wait for the rest. They'll offer as they need you to sign a settlement. So it's basically, in the next steps is basically take what you get, take the thing, whatever the haircut is, and you're done. That's it. right? You're done, that's it. Or you take nothing, it says here, or remain long crypto and maximize return for stakeholders. That means you do not take a discount. You just keep your stuff there, hoping for something to change and reorganize the Celsius business. So that's just not going to hit. It's not going to work. And obviously, the attorneys, the class action lawsuit attorneys especially, are going to be in there and offering and trying to do what they can when what they think is better. And again, that terms and use thing that they're relying on in this earning custody, again, all the attorneys are looking to get that removed. And because they did it in April, right? And so just 90 days or so ago, May, June, July. Yeah, about 90 days ago, they did that. And so they're going to get that removed for sure. And they're going to figure out a way to do the loan thing as well. And unfortunately, it's going to get nasty in terms of, the lawyers for depositors, account holders are going to, just bring up all the nasty stuff, the mismanagement, all the allegations, and there's just tons of allegations. All of this stuff is going to be brought out. It's not going to be, and just from the AMAs, just listen to the two attorneys, I can tell you that the allegations of fraud are just overwhelming. But they're allegations, right? They're allegations, but it's overwhelming. And what was the other thing besides the allegations of fraud? The attorneys are going to just kind of argue and just in the, when you hear words like misleading, that those are not, those are not good words. When you hear misleading and deceiving from and deception in court stuff, it's not great. And there's going to be a lot of that misleading, a lot of stuff like that. I'm not even sure if Alice is going to speak, but it's not going to be great. And because these are laws, it's like securities laws, violations, like it's misleading representation, deception, all of these things are going to be brought up. And it's just not going to be a great look. And the disclosure thing is going to be massive. And I don't know when the regulators are going to step in and do their part, but I believe that's coming. And the lawyers are going to push for something that I think is just really, really important, and that is Alex Mashinsky. In that affidavit, he doesn't own up to the fact that he never disclosed to users that they were vulnerable. No disclosure of the cease and desist letters as well taken by regulators. There was no disclosure of those things, and that just look. That's a problem, and especially in the non-crypto world. I mean, those are major things, major. And so this lack of disclosure, and you can bet the SEC is going to, Gary Gensler is just going to run with this. I mean, just run with it. And this Tuesday hearing, I can guarantee you the SEC people are going to bring this up. That's a problem. That is a big, 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 big problem. Once the courts, these federal courts hear of this lack of disclosures, that their funds were at risk, lack of disclosures of this, I don't know, $700 million hole or $1 billion hole, and lack of disclosing that there were, in fact, 4 or 5 states that had the cease and desist, in place. Like you just can't get away with everything is fine. And I know what he was trying to do. I know what he was trying to do. But you just can't get away with that. Everything is fine. And in the court, it's just going to be, I mean, it's just going to be all over that. So, yeah, it's just not looking good at all. Because even if every one of the account holders says, yeah, I love Alex's plan, the court is going to say, Alex is not fit to run this. The board is not fit. This is a mess. They're done. It's over. I don't see it. I just don't see it. So in any case, that's just kind of where I am. I'm trying not to be negative, but again, I've already talked to attorneys and I've been on these AMAs with attorneys. The lack of disclosure is massive. It's massive. And there's already videos and there's already video files, and these attorneys got all these video files now and of these AMAs and these interviews. It's just not going to be, not moving forward with Alex and the board is highly unlikely. And they're going to, I don't know what people are going to accept. There's some people, again, who are going to be in a position where the haircut is like they need their funds. Like, they may be 30, 60, 90 days behind in their mortgage. I mean, they need their stuff. And they're going to take that haircut and be done. And no equity, no debt, none of that. Well, Voyager's plan is allowing for their account holders to freaking have the Voyager token, to have equity, 100% like equity in the company. Like, it is definitely different. Now, it doesn't mean that Celsius can't come up with a different plan, but it is, these next steps are completely different than what Celsius did. So let's just say here, Voyager's relative silence before, okay, we are focused on a path forward. The bankruptcy plan filed on Wednesday, this is Voyager, describes Voyager's effort to find an upside buyer or to partially repay its customers. Under the plan, if no buyer emerges, Voyager would give its customers all existing Voyager tokens. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I do know Voyager's token went up 400 or 500%. 100%, Voyager would give its customers 100% of the company's equity shares.
That's not 10%.
Any proceeds from a $650 million dispute with 3AC to determine partial, but yeah, that's not going to happen. But anyway, it's different than the Celsius plan. Anyway, so there it is there, guys. That wraps up my XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. 0 to 10 minutes. I hope it has been of value to you. I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it.